So guys, our next topic is going to be all about LeafyIsHere, or better known as Leafy. But that being said, guys, Leafy, I made a video a little while back talking about LeafyIsHere and kind of what happened to him. But in this video, I want to kind of talk about, will Leafy return to YouTube at some point or another? Because we really didn't get much into that in my first video about it. And a lot of people have been asking me about that who haven't, kind of followed up with the LeafyIsHere information. Well, that being said, guys, I found an article that kind of explains everything that happened to Leafy, and then of course, kind of if there's a possibility that he might come back. In our first video, we kind of discussed that he's considering coming back at some point or another, but hopefully this gives us a little bit more information. So Keemstar, I'm sure most of you know Keemstar, guys, runs Drama Alert, released his video with LeafyIsHere, and the tea is piping hot. Drama YouTuber Keemstar has finally released his long-awaited Drama Alert episode featuring the elusive LeafyIsHere. Leafy has been absent from YouTube and the internet for 10 months, guys. This article was written in 2018, so mind you, this was done much longer than 10 months ago, and no one really knows what happened to him. Somehow, Keemstar managed to track him down, and in an even stranger turn of events, Leafy agreed to do an interview with him. This is despite the two of them having major beef in the past, and Leafy having absolutely no activity since he dropped off the face of the internet. Leafy said he quit YouTube mainly because he felt like it was getting worse and worse, and making videos every day can make you burn out. He said the monetization issues were frustrating among several other changes, so Leafy just quit with no explanation. He did have a formal goodbye video, but never uploaded it. Turns out Leafy has been getting into stocks. That's what he's been doing this whole time. Stocks and Bitcoin, but mainly stocks. So we already kind of reported on that, guys, and kind of talked about that in my first video. One thing I will say, though, that is interesting about this is he says he did have a formal goodbye video, but he never uploaded it. So here's the big thing. Will LeafyIsHere ever return back to YouTube? This is kind of going to be kind of a multi-part sort of scenario. I actually think, guys, he didn't put up that goodbye video. Why did he do that? Well, I'll tell you why I think he didn't actually release the formal goodbye video, simply because he was probably thinking to himself that maybe, just maybe, there's a possibility that he will come back to YouTube, or would come back to YouTube if, things had maybe changed at some point or another in the YouTube scene. So at this point, he obviously has not come back yet, but in that same breath, he didn't release the goodbye video. And a lot of times when that goodbye video comes out, it's almost like nothing is for sure or absolutely certain. But at the same time, a formal goodbye video would be kind of you would have a real feeling that Leafy is not coming back anymore. But that being said, he has not uploaded that goodbye video. So there's still a chance, I believe, that he will return to YouTube if things maybe change to his liking. Although he admitted that sometimes he'll watch a YouTube video about drama and wish he could voice his opinion, Keemstar did mention that YouTube as a whole is going in a direction that is very clean-cut and safe brand, and that as Leafy is the exact opposite, it might be refreshing for him to return, especially as most of the other channels doing what Leafy did pretty much died after he left. They said content on YouTube will probably shift more towards safe and more family-friendly videos in the future, which seems like it's happening already. And we can certainly kind of, we're already seeing this, right? It's a lot more family-friendly types of videos and content that YouTube wants to have out there that's really good for everybody. So that's obvious, at least at this point. On all of his controversies and various beefs, he's just said it's hard to be angry about that stuff now. But then Keemstar mentioned the beef between himself, Leafy, and another YouTuber, Grade A. Keemstar said they stabbed him in the back by making videos ripping him apart. Although they've all made peace now, Keemstar blamed the situation on Grade A and Leafy wanting money and success. So that's that. The beef is settled. We know why Leafy left and what he's been doing, and now we can all get on with our lives. So, is this a good enough, answer? Well, here's the thing, guys. Obviously, Leafy, the big question is he going to return to YouTube? What I will say about this is that, okay, obviously what he's doing at this point is he's kind of like maybe a day trader, but he's definitely, you know, into the stock market. So he's definitely doing that. Bitcoin, kind of getting into cryptocurrencies as well. So he's kind of into that. I'm sure he's made a lot of money off of YouTube in the past, so he probably has a lot of, you know, play money to work with. He's still making money at this point on YouTube just based on ad revenue and based on his videos. I mean, he's getting thousands of views per day. You can go onto his social blade and just see he's still getting lots and lots of views. He's just not getting as many subscribers as he once did. He's actually losing subscribers at this point because he's just not uploading. But that being said, the big question, is Leafy going to return to YouTube? It's really hard to say, guys. I feel like part of me wants to say yes, he will, because he was a really funny YouTuber. He was fun to watch at times. He did make some very edgy and sometimes very controversial videos, but at the same time, I think that YouTube, the beautiful thing about it is that it's a place for really everybody and anyone, right? Even if, you know, he has to kind of cut back on some of the things that he says or does in his videos, I think that there's still a place for him to exist in the YouTube space without a doubt. I mean, he's a massive YouTuber who's gaining, you know, who really gained fame over a period of time. And I believe that there is a chance that he will come back. It's unlikely, guys. It's kind of doubtful that he is going to come back to YouTube, just because it seems like he's fine kind of staying away from YouTube, and he doesn't want to come back and put in a lot of work. And then it just his videos all get demonetized or something along those lines. But nonetheless, guys, I would like to see him come back to YouTube. What do you guys think? Would you guys like to see Leafy come back to YouTube? Do you think he's going to return to YouTube? Let me know what you guys think.